What up, King of all diffs? How are you? Oh no shit, where are you going now? Dude, if you're hungry, go to Habanero Cafe, man. It's the best Mexican Tex-Mex food you'll have. What up, Mr. Approachable? Oh, look at that. Boom. Look at that. We got a nice day ahead of us. We got lots of fun, weird shit. Go back and figure out this Ralph Ian thing again. Let me get the... Grab it real quick. Oh. Had it, and then I realized that I had to open it in the other one. One second, here we go. Closer, getting closer. There we go, okay. Yeah, here we go. We got it. Boom. All right.
Go look for one, bitch.
Coming through this weekend. I have not picked the time yet. I have a very busy.
So we were watching this a little bit yesterday, and we didn't get through it. So we're gonna finish this real quick. I can't come today
because Ethan has to go to the hospital to see his mom.
I understand.
We have a time crunch, and can't come today because.
Ronnie James had a heart attack. Damn. DeSantis was in a car accident too. I guess he's okay.
All right. So do you want us to set your stuff aside for you?
No, do not touch any of my things.
Okay,
I am just staring off into the sunset, Mr. Approachable. It's a very romantic YouTube show today.
Okay, you're not going to be here alone if you do that. I hope you realize.
One that she demanded I buy at the start of lockdown, never even having loaded it once. I also went to the police and confirmed that there is no such thing as a police escort to your ex's house to get your stuff.
I don't think that's true. I feel like I've seen that happen before. Maybe it's only if like there's domestics involved.
We looked into the protocol for this situation and were told to leave her things in the yard. So that's exactly what we did. I sent her a picture of the things in the yard and then blocked her number. So her boyfriend decided to message me instead. I'll be down there with May by 10 tonight, period. If her stuff is gone, ... I'd advise against letting that happen,
I love this guy's broken grammar. That's like one of my favorite things. Corey, I want to have a candle dinner lit with you in this sunset. I think it's a sunrise. Maybe a sunset. All right. I mean, that's weird, but okay. Yeah, I'm just staring off into the sun. Just, oh, man. So beautiful.
Let's put it that way, period. And we will be getting the rest of it, too, period. One way or the other, period. This is my personal guarantee to you, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Welsh. Like, they're absolutely... I have a friend who, like, him and his girl... It's kind of funny, actually. He was getting beat up by his girl, and they absolutely did a police escort to come get her shit. But they do make you put the stuff outside. Like, they don't bring you into the house, but they absolutely can get a police escort.
no punctuation. When I blocked his number, he decided to involve the completely as of yet unrelated third party of ASE Riley, aka the Vizier of Yig. He immediately forfeited any potential goodwill or bargaining power in this series of Twitter DMs. Send me your phone number. I'll be at that house by 10 p.m. EST tonight. And if any of May's stuff is gone out of they front yard, ... well, I'd advise...
What's with everybody not knowing how to spell? Like, everybody's like, they. It better not be out of they front yard. I find it funny how everyone assumed that sunset because they believe you wouldn't wake up before a sunrise. I don't think that's why they thought that. I think they just thought it was a sunset.
that not to be the case. I'm not fucking around, period. I'm gonna be there, period. Whenever you see this comma, call, period, but I'm coming regardless, period. I don't care about any of this, and no one here has any legal obligation to protect garbage that was left here 6 months ago. Grow the fuck up, retard. Suck my dick, bitch. I'll be coming through, and you can say it to my face if you're man enough. I will 100% be at they house tonight, period. It can go well or not, period. Up to you fucking clowns, period. But you motherfuckers now have my full attention, period. That house, asterisk. Lamau. At some point, he remembered that he had Riley's phone number and reposted to him the messages he'd sent to me. For some reason? Hours later, I received a call from a frazzled police officer warning me that she'd gotten a manic report from a woman who never gave her name and thought that a call from the police might ensure that the things she didn't notice in the picture I sent were left in the yard.
She tried to explain what all was going on, but it's, hopefully it's civil to the best of the just try to mediate things move on.
Is that, I'm just getting caught up on Ethan Ralph. I didn't really know a whole lot about it. I actually saw the video of him getting beat up in Portugal, but I saw it on Reddit. I didn't know who he was. Was that sarcasm, or are you really excited, Welsh?
My call is that she said that when she looked at the picture, there's some things that aren't out there.
Okay.
She's hoping that a phone call would resolve.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's civil. You do what you want. She pots her can, like cast iron, wok, a Dutch oven, and the only other thing she mentioned was
Cast iron wok, a dustpan oven. Like, this is hilarious.
she commented what she was thinking about
Yeah.
anime, what her animation style was, and that's all she said. So,
The things
Ralph
that
has been
she's
beaten up
talking
a
about
lot.
actually are there. She just couldn't see them in the picture, but that's neither here nor there. I understand everything that she's talking about, and she'll be satisfied. Thank you.
all right. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Okay.
Alas, the fat gunt that couldn't skipped out on his appointed 10 p.m. arrival, missing our entire 4-hour live stream, and turning up around 2 in the morning. To be sure that these psychopaths didn't damage our property, Riley and our house guest and god-tier hip-hop producer Cranberry Dave started filming them on a GoPro and a cell phone. I will now be analyzing the footage of this encounter in extensive depth. As soon as the dribbling, drunken dipshit sees the door open, he immediately...
Did you hear about Tux lore? I started in a Ralph Simp Discord when that went down. No, I don't know. I don't know any of this. Like, I've seen Ralph get beat up, but I never knew who he was or why. So this is all kind of new to me.
He forgets about gathering his girlfriend's garbage and starts gunting at the camera.
Yeah, come on. Come on out here, baby.
Next, he begins tossing transphobic slurs to try and bait me into being involved, but I am on the other end of the house at this point.
Yeah, I tell you that straight stuff out here too.
His embarrassing lackey tries to mock our stream numbers.
You guys had 70 viewers on your stream.
Yeah, we made $900 tonight.
Seeming to think that making $900 in a single stream on the main channel is unimpressive, but also that the assortment of 4 articles of old clothes that no one wears anymore, which we raffled off that night, are priceless merch.
They raffled off their stuff. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, your stream fucking sucks. Yeah, you're just mad because you couldn't afford to auction your stuff back. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna do that next time. Like, you didn't fucking come get it. Anybody want to buy some fucking stuff?
Yeah,
Yep.
selling off priceless merch.
Indicating she hasn't finished humping Digibro's corpse. Ralph then starts discussing his private business matters involving Dick Masterson, knowing full well
Wait,
that
Ralpha Males? Is that what they're called? Ralpha Males? That's a pretty fun name though. And obviously, don't tell me to stay away from stuff. The moment you tell me to stay away from stuff, you're just going to drive me into it. Don't do that. You know what you're doing, Welsh. Stop it. Ralpha males. That's pretty hilarious.
That he's being filmed.
Why don't you ask your boss about the deal? Why don't you ask him about the deal I just made him? Don't worry about it.
Okay. Dork.
You don't think that's true?
You're just a dork.
He equates our moving into a Winnebago next month as being homeless.
You're about to be homeless.
Okay.
Calling us dorks?
Yeah,
You're
dork.
literally gonna be homeless, fucking going around the country like a fucking pauper fat.
Riley responds by calling him a dork a few times, and then both of the insane people outside start demanding that he come deride them at a closer distance.
You're such a dork.
Get out here, bitch.
Cry more.
I'm such a dork. Come tell me I'm a dork.
Come out here.
Bitch.
Oh, I'm gonna taunt you.
Come out here.
Foot on this concrete.
I'm just filming you so you don't hurt something.
Step foot right here.
I won't.
On this public concrete. No, you won't.
Correct.
Riley flatly refuses and reminds Ralph that were they to come to blows, it would likely end poorly for the borderline legal midget in the yard.
Okay, you're 5'2".
Borderline legal midget. All right, you're 5'2".
Bitch, I ain't 5'2". Come tell me I'm 5'2".
You're literally 5'2".
You know I ain't 5'2".
Okay. He's 5'2", look.
At some point, Cranberry Dave comes to confirm the mini-man's stature and drops some sick bars on him as he...
Wait, who's Ralph CR? You guys got to fill me in on this shit. I don't know much about any of this. This is just really interesting. I love a guy who just keeps talking shit even though he gets his ass kicked. Like, that shit cracks me up, right? Where he's like, yeah, say it to my face, bitch. And then they, like, knock him down. He's like, say it to my face, bitch. And then they knock him down again. It's pretty fucking hilarious. Ralph Sorrell. Here, we'll take a look at that one then, too.
He enters a drunken frenzy up the yard.
Flashlight. Use your flashlight.
Let's see this shit.
Yeah?
Yo, he 5'2".
Am I 5'2"?
Not today, Satan.
Woo!
You fucking dork, dude.
Bitch, I bet you won't step out here.
I won't.
Give me a Christ is King.
You're right. You win the bet, Ralph.
Fucking fraud.
Let's see. John Lastman says, Corey, you haven't been on in a while. I missed you, man. Can we go over where you have been after this video? I was on yesterday, and I've been on, like, I don't know. Like, so, okay. It's like this. Walking with the Walrus is delayed. It's not canceled. It's just, it's been 106 most Mondays here, and it's hard to get people to go walk around the street, and I'm not trying to die of heat stroke. Last week, KCUK, we had technical difficulties. Luke and Spectrum were not coming at the same time. Otherwise, yeah, we're over at Twitch every day, 11 to 2, Monday through Friday, like we've always been. And we were here yesterday. We'll be here 10 to 11 in the mornings now. I don't know what, like, format or anything, but we'll be here. We'll be hanging out. Yeah, I've been here every day, though. Like, this. Where have you been, man? Where have you been, bruh? Howard Stern stylist? All right. Interesting.
I'm filming you because you could hurt the mailbox or the yard. I'm making sure you don't mess up
But
stuff.
You hurt my fucking shit by
I'm filming you so you don't hurt the mailbox or the yard. Yeah, right.
leaving it out in the rain.
The gunt guard beside him accosts us for leaving her things in the yard in the rain, even though all of it was kindly placed into plastic tubs and even covered with a tarp by a nice neighbor. I remind you again that the police told us to do whatever we want and that the protocol is leave it in the yard. Last October.
I mean, I'll do this when you come back, too.
Come on, your day's coming. Every single one of you motherfuckers.
Oh, you're scary.
When Riley gets a
Your
closer
day
look
is
at the
coming.
diminutive
Your day is
streamer,
coming.
He corrects his gauge of the man's height down an inch.
5'1". You're 5'1".
Come on.
5'1".
5'1".
Sending him into a bloodlust frenzy.
I wish you would. Bitch, I bet you shut that door. Huh?
He begins marching up the yard, betting that Riley will close the door on him by the time he gets there.
Bitch, I bet you shut that fucking door.
Riley does not.
I bet you shut that fucking door. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Finally, the
Yeah, do I look 5'1", bitch? That's so fucking funny. Says, word on the street is somehow you ate responsible at Corey. Ate responsible? What? Did you make sure to clear that schedule with the Onion? What schedule? Oh, you're one of those people. All right, well, whatever. Get better at trolling or be ignored. Welcome to the channel, brah.
Drunk Planet plows through the door and shoves his fat rolls
Drunk
against
Planet,
Riley's.
that's a great one.
Technically, this is not a breaking and entering, but a forced entry, and it is swiftly followed with a forced exit.
You're in my house, bitch. You broke in. Get out. You broke into my home, you bitch.
Now, technically, if Ralph had walked away here and pressed charges, Riley would be in a lot of trouble right now. Thankfully, the cops we showed this tape all agreed that Ralph threw away his case immediately by doing this. Guns galore flailing in the night breeze as the 35-year-old gray-haired alcoholic starts pulling out the 22-year-old home defender's hair like a little girl in a school fight. No longer content to watch her man get some gross idiot's belly
Okay,
sweat
hold on.
all
We
over.
gotta watch this again. That's pretty fucking hilarious.
You're in my house, bitch. You broke in. Get out.
You broke in.
My home, you bitch.
Now, technically, if Ralph had walked away here and pressed charges, Riley would be in a lot of trouble right now. Thankfully, the cops we showed this tape all agreed that Ralph threw away his case immediately by doing this. Guns galore flailing in the night breeze.
Yeah, wow,
as
look at their little
35-year-old
bellies.
gray-haired alcoholic starts pulling out the 22-year-old home defender's hair like a little girl in a school fight. No longer content to watch her man get some gross idiot's belly sweat all over him, absolute unit Mint Salad jumps into the fray. Delirious from being mercilessly wailed on, Ralph summons all the COVID and AIDS in his liver-spotted body and spits a mist of blood into Mint's face.
You guys are fucking pathetic. Stop.
Gross.
Stop.
Can you imagine what
Let
his
me make
fucking
that clear.
blood spit
Ethan
smells
Ralph
like?
spat a mouthful of blood into a 20-year-old girl's face. Need to see it again? Let's watch it 16 more times. After that, his whore shouts a bunch of boring nonsense and the door is closed. But then the fat shorty realizes he's dropped his phone inside the house.
Where's his phone? Give it to him. On the floor. Find his phone.
Even though Riley has just been assaulted by this person and has every right to simply lock them out until the cops
That's
arrive,
fucking hilarious.
he genuinely wants them to have the phone.
So he like drops his phone, and now he's like, "Oh, I dropped my phone." Man, he's lucky that these people are nice. Anybody else would have just thrown that fucking thing in the drink somewhere.
Back and begins looking for it. He hands over the phone and relaxes, expecting the dumbest man alive to retreat, but instead, Gunt does what Gunt do and sucker punches Riley with his guard down. This, of course, is immediately followed by an heroic beatdown from Bird, whose shirt Guntino grabs a hold of and rips apart. As Riley, fueled by the burning passion of camaraderie, gives an anime speech about friendship and family, I can be seen finally connecting to the police station to begin my report.
You know what friends are like? You don't. We're family. We care for each other.
We're family.
You have nothing.
No, we should
leave
have
you and
something.
you have to go fuck out. You ain't
Get the fuck
shit.
out. Nothing. Get the fuck out.
As the battered fat ass stumbles off into the night with his siren screeching behind, Riley reminds him once more just how short and stupid and terrible of a person he truly is.
You're 5 foot tall. You are 5
I like how it goes down. It started at 5'2", then it went to 5'1", now we're at 5. That's pretty great.
foot tall.
There's a lizard that shoots blood from its eyes as a shifty self-defense measure. Yeah, no, that's kind of what he's doing, but it's his mouth.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's 5 foot. No, that's all.
He's 5 foot. He's going to be 4'9" by the end of this video, guys.
I don't know where his phone is. It's over there. There you go. Get your phone.
I'll get myself. I need your help.
Well, we're helping you. We're
I don't need your help. Well, we're helping you.
better than you. And we're not stumping to your level. We're better than you.
Better. I didn't do anything wrong. I just threw my shit on the curb.
Lock it up.
Because I said I wanted.
Just lock it up.
Lock it up.
In the wake of the storm, Riley had this to say on Snapchat.
Ethan Ralph is 4'9". I just
I called it. 4'9". Maybe he'll be 4'3" by the end of this.
want you guys to know he's literally 4'9". Don't forget that. He's 4'9" max.
We will be selling handmade copies of this t-shirt on the Yig Studio store, linked in the description. Here is Riley to summarize his story once more.
Covered in blood spray from beating up Ethan Ralph.
Yeah.
Because he fucking threatened us earlier today, and then he showed up at our house and screamed at 2 a.m. in front of our neighbors.
Dylan Mulvaney. I don't think it is.
So I
It's
opened the door to
hilarious.
film him and stop him. Then he came up, pushed his way into the house, tried to fight me. Of course, sucker punching me just means that my girlfriend and Bird got involved and started hitting him too. You don't fuck with friends, Ethan, especially because you don't have any.
As the bozos bolted off into the moonlight and we filed our report with the police, the fat fuck posted his last comment on the situation to Twitter. A quote from Training Day. I think he forgot that this quote is from the part of the movie where the corrupt gang-leading cop is entrapped by his younger counterpart, confronted by every person he's ever encountered because he's such a massive piece of shit, and then gunned down in the streets. Never mind, that actually sounds about right.
That's pretty hilarious. So, yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. These internet people get lit. What was the other one you wanted me to look at, Welsh? Is that Dylan Mulvaney? That's so funny. That's such a funny comment. And no, that is not Dylan Mulvaney. That is definitely not Dylan Mulvaney, guys. It's amazing what a righteous piece of shit that guy is, though, right? King of all dips. It's hilarious. All right. Let's find...
How do I know Ethan Ralph?
Okay.
Stop!
Get him!
Stop!
Fuck him up!
No! Stop!
How tough are you?
Stop!
Get out my face.
Faith
You
Vickers.
guys are fucking pathetic. Stop!
Trixie!
Riley, you fucking knock it off.
It's a new camera angle.
Take it. Stop.
Get him!
Stop!
Fuck him up!
No! Stop.
Get out my face, bitch.
You guys are fucking pathetic. Stop.
Oh, what?
You taunted him.
Incorrect.
With your opinion.
What
Let's
is
go.
this bullshit? Get in the fucking house, you fucking retards. Stay in there.
Film him.
You have nothing to do with you guys.
Film him.
You have nothing to do with
You're not allowed to imprison me in my home either.
You're
That's
also-
illegal too. False imprisonment.
I love when people talk about like, oh, you can't do that. That's illegal. It's like, shut up, man. Hilarious.
Here, I'm not trying to steal your shit. Give me my phone. You broke into my house.
the fact that you fucking hit my boyfriend.
Oh.
How old is the kid? Faith Vickers' dad streams. He uses his kid for content. These are dark areas of the internet. Yeah. They read the diary. It was full of Ralph stuff. Ooh, shit.
Yo.
Stop.
Get the fuck out. Vanity mistake, bitch. You offend me like you don't.
No,
We're family.
stop.
We're family. I love that. That's my favorite.
You loser.
You have.
You are
You have.
nothing.
No, we still
You
have
you
something.
did the fuck.
Go to Habanero Cafe, King of all dips. They're open till 3. They're open right now. Go do yourself some favor and have the best beef fajita in maybe all of Texas. What up, Chris? How are you?
Fuck out. You ain't shit.
Let me ask the guy who did a stream on it. I'm in a Discord voice channel with him now, but he's playing vid games. All right. Stop imprisoning me in my own house. Right. Isn't that hilarious? It says right here, Amanda didn't even fight for Ethan in this fight. So you know she doesn't really care about him. No one alive cares about Ethan and Ralph. So he is mean to girls on the internet. LOL.
Get the fuck out.
You're nothing, bitch. You're 5'1".
Yeah,
You're
here
5
comes.
foot tall.
5 foot.
You wanna grab this?
You are 5 foot tall.
You alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
He's 5 foot.
He's 5 foot. I love that.
I don't know where his phone is.
Riley helps her find the phone again. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we saw all of this.
There you go.
We'll get to the interview stage. Here we go. Let's go here.
What's wrong with your opinion?
What
Let's
is
go.
this bullshit?
Amanda Morris is an unpleasant person. She shouldn't work with kids in real life. Oh, that's fucked up.
Get in the fucking house, you fucking retards.
Well, the first I heard of him was actually when he entered Dick Masterson into the Killstream Hall of Fame. And it was this big event. And Riley and I and Bird and her friend Kayshawn all sat together.
Yeah, this shit is fucking crazy and really weirdly involved. It's interesting. I don't know. It's weird because I don't really like a lot of this like internet drama stuff, but for some reason this shit is fascinating. I think maybe I've just gotten into the wrong internet drama stuff because this shit's really funny to me. Like the idea that somebody's going to yell at somebody and be like, "Oh, you can't, we left this outside. You can't have a police escort." Like none of that is even remotely true. Police can escort you to people's houses. I've seen it happen.
In
Maybe it's just Minnesota, I guess.
Kayshawn's room. Like,
Vickers is starved for attention, Welsh. I used to troll Vickers in his chat and got banned. Used to just jump type Ralph 1 and he would not take kindly. Okay. Can't even keep up with everything. A guy spent 2 weeks trying to tell me everything. It's too much. Well, you know what? Here, look. I don't know what the fuck we're going to be doing in the mornings here, 10 to 11, but maybe we'll start by getting caught up on all this shit, because this is fascinating to me.
Kayshawn's house, in a room, Kayshawn's house, and we just watched him.
Wayne Burfine said, I don't like this fascinating stuff. Well, you don't have to be here, Wayne. How are you, buddy?
And my first impression was, oh, this guy seems like he has a pretty cool online show, and after that I didn't really watch much of him unless when Dick was on, so I never really was a big fan of the kill stream to begin with. And then when he went on to Dick's show, I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And that was kind of really my impression of him up until started like beefing, up until he's
Yeah, K McDuck, we're here 10 to 11, Monday through Friday now. Deal with it.
like met him in person. Once I met him in person, I was like, oh, can't respect this guy. Not at all. Just because he just talked a lot of big game, and he couldn't really follow up. And so after we like went to his house, and it was a shitty house, and when
We went to his house. It was a shitty house. He sure is Welsh. Just got served Ralph about 10 days ago when he was at the airport. Ralph threw it right in the garbage in front of the loser. Jesus Christ. It keeps getting deeper. You think you wrap your head around what's going on. It just keeps getting deeper.
I mean, shitty. I mean, like, there's cat shit everywhere. And it was basically like a hoarder's house. After that, it was bad. Like, it was...
Vickers. And he was reading like a diary of his kid online. Is that right, Chris? That's fucking crazy. Damn, dick game week. Yeah, right? I guess I will just have to deal with it, I suppose. Yeah, you have to deal with it, K McDuck. How are you? Shitty house, LOL. Yeah, cat shitty house. Can't find the stream where they read Faith's diary. That's fucking nuts.
It was all shit. It was all shit from there, because it was really hard to respect him after that. After just seeing the condition of his house and just being like, yo, I can't really respect you, man. And so, you know, this was kind of my feeling up until the Ethan Ralph fight. Oh no, there's like fucking cars and shit everywhere. After the Ethan Ralph fight.
Apparently the dad read it online, they were saying. That's which is fucking crazy.
It was just like, man, I fucking hate this guy. This guy just went into her house, had the balls just start shit, and she's like yelling at fucking 2 a.m. about fucking, you fight here, you want to fight right now, come out here right now and fight us. And it's like, dude, come on, man, you can't really
He had already been screamed down by Riley before he asked Riley to let it go. Okay.
respect you after that.
Just to fill you in, Corey, he was reading the diary for sure. I was there. Vickers is trying to win custody of his grandchild from Ralph, wants Ralph to sign papers, give up all rights to son. So who is Vickers? That's the dad of the guy that, like, Ralph's kids' mom? I don't know any of these connections. You got to, like, I mean, again, we're going to be starting from the ground up on this shit. The only IRL shit I ever really got into was some Chicken Andy shit with the RV stuff, but this is all new to me. She looks like she could use some sunglasses. Yeah, maybe.
Fuck that shit, man.
Golden Love Piggy, the
So,
eBay
yeah.
Supreme.
Right now, my current feeling of Ethan Ralph is, I don't like him. And the next time I see him,
My current feelings are, I don't like him. Oh, don't you? Sounds like you like him with how you've been talking so kindly about him.
I'm gonna take my fist to his face, and his face hits the floor. So, Ralph mentioned...
Scene code. Yes, Vickers is the dad of the girl Ralph had his first kid with. Her name is Faith Vickers. Right. And she's the one that he was reading the diary of, right?
Mentioned Riley on Twitter today. Here's that tweet. And so I made a response to that. I forgot all the tweets that I responded because there's so many and they're so witty and so clever and so funny. Ha ha he he, here they are. And then fucking Ralph, man. Ralph is one person, which is hard to believe because it's like a spectacle.
Corey, let's do an IRL stream in an RV together. Dude, I'd be down, Hawk. That sounds awesome as shit. Dude, I love that shit. I don't know. Like, dude, early on, before all this was like me and Mikey Two Milks, my buddy, about 4 years ago, we stumbled upon the IP2 and the 24-hour IRL stream. It's when Joker was on there and like Chicken. It's before Andy Dick got involved. And like they basically were just like doing meth and fighting in the parking lots all across Florida. And that's when I really fell in love with IRL as a format. A lot of people talk shit about IRL as a format, but I think it's really funny. Is this mint salad? I've seen her cooter. That is mint salad. And that's gross that you've seen her cooter, I guess, or whatever. I guess it's not gross, but good for you. Chris, do you remember if it was the Laughing Daimo channel or MK Biz channel that read Faith's diary? Crazy. Riley Martin.
Because he's very self-destructive. And it's just interesting seeing him interact with people online. And I'm very, very mad. I'm very mad at him.
Grr. You can tell she's mad. Grr. I like your IRLs. I don't like Elise Jordan's. Yeah, well, our IRL would be coming back. It just, again, you know, I keep telling people this because like, oh, what happened to Wonka with the Walrus? It's been 106 degrees out these Mondays. So hopefully when the temperature comes down, we will be back with it. So maybe I'll do like eating with the walrus or something, and we'll do like a barbecue joint or something. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. We'll get you something.
I got this very, very much.
You're thinking the cooter is small? Okay.
Anger in me, cause it's
very much anger in me. Very hit Ralph. I will. I don't know why you would put the text there, but good for her.
It's just like, fucking. He's been shit talking us, and he's been shit talking me, and he's been saying that.
Well, it seems like you guys are all shit talking each other. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't know the whole situation, but it doesn't really seem like there's a good guy in any of this, right?
That I've been.
Chris, I'm in a voice channel with Axel right now. I just don't want to bother him. There's been some LimeWire Jess drama. Jesus Christ, you guys need to, you know what we need to do? Like in my own Discord, I'll post an IRL. I'll make an IRL channel today. And then you guys can just point me to where I need to go to get educated and up to speed. Let me know, Corey. I'll do one with you. Dude, how far are you from Lockhart? I want to go to Smitty's. I want to do an IRL in Smitty's. Do like eating with the walrus, because Smitty's is my favorite barbecue joint on the planet. She has all her cooter info on Twitter, easily accessible. All right. Like cooter info, like her fucking, this is my vagina's headshots, and these are her previous experiences.
Sleeping with him, which is a flat out lie. Fuck that shit. And I wouldn't fucking sleep with him. Fuck that shit. I fucking hate Ethan Ralph, and the next time I see him, I'm gonna beat him up. Fuck that face. Fuck him up. I can totally beat Ethan up. He's 5'1", and
I like how it keeps going. It started at 5'2", now it's 5'1". Fucking hilarious.
Like a tub of lard, and I can pretty easily beat up a tub of lard. Like, I don't know how much he weighs. If I had to guess, at least 450 pounds.
If I had to guess, at least 450. That's awesome. Cooter size, weight, height. Yeah, like her cooter's weighing in for a fight. From Florida. weighing a moist 180 pounds. Mint Salads Cooter!
Like, holy shit, that man is just so massive. If I were to push him over, he'd just roll over on his back and couldn't get up.
Like a fucking turtle.
Because, you know, that's what ladybugs do.
A ladybug? All right, not her best.
Because he's a ladybug. He's got a hard shell, but a soft interior. Puncture that hard shell. It's not very thick. If he were to come up on our porch stoop, where I'm feeling free, I'm going to defend my porch stoop. I have 4 years of Taekwondo training.
Wow.
And that might not seem a lot to big old chubby Ethan Ralph, but practically...
Cooter's reach is 69 inches. Fighting style is probably like Boston crabs or Philly crabs, Shelv. Philly crabs.
It means I can kick your ass. I can kick your ass so hard that your ass is going to be on the floor and you can't get back up from it. That's how hard I'm going to kick your ass. I also have experience with being in the self-defense situation. So I know how to defend myself. I know how to beat people up. I know how to fight. I know how to beat up Ethan Ralph.
The more people say they know how to beat someone up, the less I'm inclined to believe it, but that's pretty funny.
And I can do that very, very easily. It'll be very embarrassing for you because I'm in a... Alright, let me do that. It'll be very embarrassing for you because I'm an autistic 21-year-old furry, and that's...
21-year-old autistic furry. That's how you get somebody to not be scared of you in a fight. 4 years of Taekwondo means she doesn't easily fall when she walks. That's all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Taekwondo is kind of garbage. You know what Taekwondo's problem is? You can tackle them. That's the biggest problem with Taekwondo. And if you're looking at like somebody like Ethan Ralph, he's going to come forward and just tackle it. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I could take Jesse. Yeah, I mean, I would say you beating up Jesse is like you don't have all that Taekwondo stuff. I found grifting daughter tears. Oh yeah, all right. Throw it in.
Very, very not a good look for you. Not at all. This is the Q&A section.
Oh, is it?
First question is, did you receive backlash from Killstream kids for beating up their stepdad?
That's pretty funny.
This could mean a lot of things, personally. It could mean his orbiters. Did I receive any backlash from his orbiters? Which I have not. I have not really received any backlash. Not that I can recall. I mostly got praise for beating up Ethan Ralph. If you're talking about his kids, though, like his actual children, like flesh and blood children, then I think they will eventually praise me for beating him up. Because why would they want to associate with...
I think eventually they'll... If you're talking about his family, I think eventually they'll praise me for beating him up. All right, well, you know, that's an opinion.
Fat loser for a dad. Do you regret not finishing the job? It depends on your meaning on not finishing the job. Because my meaning on not finishing the job is just beating him up until he's cold. Which, unfortunately, I didn't beat him up until he's cold. But we did get our goal achieved when we got him out of the house. We didn't really want to kill the guy. We just wanted him out of our house. Which is why...
We didn't really want to kill the guy, but if I see him again, I'll kill him. Okay. People don't know that Lemmy used to answer Craigslist ads to beat people up. No lie. All right.
Didn't go as hard as we could have. We just wanted him out. And it was fucking 2 a.m. And he was screaming and yelling and starting fights. Of course, you want him out. How much sweat was puddled on the ground? Oh man, there was a lot of sweat.
I bet there was between those two like belly rubbing piggies. They're just like belly rubbing and hugging. Like I bet there was a lot of fucking sweat. That is accurate.
Up after the fight, I can only see pools of sweat on the floor.
Chris, didn't the reading of Faith's diary lead to the doxing and swatting of the council? God, that's so crazy. This shit gets like, these people go deep and they go hard because they're fucking degenerates.
And there's like a bunch of blood on the door as well. You know, it was a lot. It was a lot to clean up. Definitely unexpected. But you know what?
That's evidence. They're removing evidence.
Had a good video out of it. Is he really 5'1"?
Cold is Zoomer code for dead. Cold has been code for dead for a while. It's not just Zoomers, buddy. Pig, God. I like a Golden Loaf Piggy, the E-Beggar Supreme. That's pretty hilarious. How long before Corey is just watching full-length God Winston videos here? Maybe. I don't even know what that is. Who knows, K McDuck? Probably. If it's interesting, I'll watch it. I don't give a shit.
Yes. He is 5'1".
See, they were saying 5'2", and now it's 5'1". It went to 4'9".
Was his gun soft and squishy or rock hard? You know, by looking at the physics of his gun in the fight video.
Yes, it did. Ralph replayed it forever and made a mess of it. Vickers was totally at fault, as usual, though, Welsh. Okay.
Video, I would have to think it's soft. But I wouldn't actually know. I haven't really touched his gun. Does he have that sickly, sweet, fat guy sweat smell? Or is it worse? I definitely would describe it as that. That's probably the best way to describe his scent is the sickly, sweet, fat guy smell. It just kind of wafts throughout the air as he walks across the room. You can just smell it lingering in your nose. It's really bad. Like, not good at all. No bueno. Ethan Ralph smells. You. And that's all the questions I have for now. If you want to see more ASC...
That's fucking ridiculous. So they're all just doing victory laps after their really weird interactions. All right. So what was the other one that we were looking at? Oh God, there we go. That's I couldn't rate him. I was wasting time watching Cosmo and Papo's live, Lemmy. You're not wasting time. I think it's funny that they call themselves Ralpha males. That's hilarious. Hello? What up? Ran out of thoughts. So she's saying you can smell the diabetes. Yeah, it kind of sounds like she was saying you can smell the diabetes. What is God Winston video? Okay. You know what? We're going to... Let's take a look. I don't think we're done with this, though. Hold on. I got to... That one was called Gunts Collide. Pretty funny.
On 22 January 2022, Ethan Ralph took an impromptu trip to Portugal despite his former friend, the ethnically Portuguese Andy Worski, a multiple years spanning mindless sycophant of his who had recently burned their bridge by not sucking up to him on his own dying podcast. Poetically, within 4 days, the Gunt had met disaster, as Ralph proudly posted Twitter pictures of himself looking a little more handsome than usual. He accompanied the pics with a fanciful tale that we'll read together. He says, "Well, I've definitely got to experience Portugal in a way I never thought I would, I'll say. What is it with me in 4-on-1 fights, lol. And forgive my hair, but there's not a stylist on call here in the hospital. I don't think a stylist in the world could help you with that one. As for what happened, it's a bit blurry, so if video emerges to the contrary, he has a note, well done. But some guy tried to rob me. I chased him down, and then fought him and his friends by myself.
Wow, what a badass.
Fighting well past the point that would be considered normal. Don't do this.
I never, again, I've seen, I was telling these Becks about this, or people about this Becks, that I knew who this guy was because I saw clips of him getting beat up, but I never knew any of the, background. I just know when he got beat up, I didn't realize. A lot of this stuff is just flew under my radar, so it's just fucking...
It's LOL, you don't want to be a badass like me. And he extends that all they got were €150, his bag, and his cards. It sounds to me like they let him keep what they didn't want. Alright, I could make fun of this gentleman for days, but I simply don't believe his tale at all. For one, we know he's lying about chasing them down. He simply can't. He's 300 pounds of adipose tissue. He gasses out hard
Adipose
after a light
tissue, that's pretty
15-second
funny.
jog, as we saw in the Chris Jan video. Portugal is of slightly higher elevation than his Virginia home, so it would be even harder for him there. 2, we know he can't hold his own against 4 people at once. Most people, including professional fighters, can't. And we already saw him get destroyed by a similarly portly gentleman and desperately resort to hair pulling to prevent further beatdown. 3, this is anecdotal, but I've seen a good amount of gang violence firsthand. This visage, satisfying though it is, isn't what it usually looks like when one person is set upon by multiple attacks.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is more of what I've seen it look like when one person uses another as a punching bag. The wounds are just too generous. And last but not least, Ethan Ralph notoriously picks fights that he cannot win. Whether he's threatening some libertarian kid for filming him at a rally or saying he'll beat up nobodies like me on the internet in a sanctioned fight, his bluster is the only thing bigger than his stomach. Gunt actually holds a dear place in my heart, not just for that reason, but because he's one of the few people I know of who wakes up every day hating the incapable person he sees in the mirror.
It's probably fair.
And rather than do a damn thing about it like hitting the gym or just accepting his current reality, day in and day out he plugs his ears and screams to himself and his low IQ supporters that he's a paragon. The pathetic desperation to convince you that he's a badass in these tweets is palpable. So I am officially putting a 1,000 USD bounty to anyone who can procure and privately provide me video of what really caused these injuries to Gunt in Portugal. Whether he got beaten up by an 11-year-old he was hitting on, whether he got drunk, tried to high-five.
An 11-year-old he's hitting on? That's just fucking gross.
A street light and missed, or whether he...
No, I like the fact that we watched this clip yesterday and he kept getting hit, and then he's still talking shit as he's getting his ass kicked. You have to respect that.
He's telling the truth wholesale. I want to see it, and I want to provide commentary on it for you. If there were truly 5 people involved, then you know it exists. And the offer's open to Ethan Ralph himself, too, because I know he could use the money.
Here's a bounty out to prove this dude's lying, and it's actually open for him. That's pretty funny. There's just a lot of stuff. Here's one of him shitting himself on stream. Is that real? That's not real. Gross.
Yeah, so that was audio of Ralph shitting himself on the air. Immediately after shitting himself, he tries to ignore it and play it off, but it doesn't really work.
Let's see, cameras. Let's see, things cams.
And then type in 420 origins.
Wait, hold on, what is it?
All right, hold on. What is that?
And then, of course, he gets a call from Corinne on the air.
Yeah.
Corinne.
Oh my. Corinne,
Yeah, I'm coming. What are you doing?
I'm on the air right now. You're on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were real militia people that showed up. It was great. I love Richmond. It's all real men and militias.
All right, what time?
What do you need? I'll come over. Like in an hour? What do you need?
An
You want me
hour.
to bring anything? Yeah, what do you need?
I don't know. I'll text you here in a minute. if I
Okay, we
need
could order it. We could order it. Okay.
Okay.
Get off the order.
I'll pick,
Okay,
I'll
peace.
pick up some stuff around here.
Yeah, no one on Cozy seems badass. I agree with that.
All right, well.
Okay, don't worry about it. I don't care. You're tired.
All right, well.
Okay, peace.
So after this, he realizes that everybody in the chat knows what just happened, so he tries to play like a little soundboard meme.
That guy does look like he shit himself.
Hell no, I ain't tapping.
Hell no, I ain't tapping.
I ain't tapping no bitch.
And then this fat piece of shit just walks up and leaves. This is so bad. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Guess he did shit himself. All right, well, you know. To each their own, I suppose. What a weird underbelly, right? Is that what they mean by sliding off your chair? Yeah, it might be. No one because he's badass. Yep. I just tuned into Sunrise production for Ralph Roundups. Nice. Sunrise is a cool chick. She got a little too personal with Ralph, and he took exception. She is on the shit list now. Okay. I don't know how you guys keep all this fucking shit, like, sorted, man. Like, it's pretty crazy. I know a streamer who forgot to mute for a deal. For what deal? Like a drug deal? Like none of you have ever shat yourself before? I've shat myself before for sure. I was working at a Perkins. And I had been partying all night prior. And fuck, dude. It's like I shouldn't have trusted that fart, man. Females make the best clippers, attention to detail. Talked to DiCaprio about this last night. All right. I mean, I don't know. To be fair, autistics make the best clips, right? I suspect Misery Loves Clips is female. I'm pretty sure that's just Adam. Yes, Corey, a deal for intoxicants. Ooh, intoxicants. Listen to you talk. What a fancy man you are, balls deep. Intoxicants. Must be nice. Bjorn, have you ever shit yourself? I feel like you have. I feel like if anybody in this chat has shit themselves, you have. It is Adam. That makes sense. Yeah, of course it's Adam. Bex just wants everything to be like girl power. There's no... Of course it's Adam. He's the producer. Listen to him talk to him. Of course it's Adam. I mean, I don't know this for a fact. I've never asked, but listen to the way Adam talks. 100%. Maybe Adam or Bex. Could be Bex. I mean, your whole thing is clipping, right? You're a clip kid. That's your bread and butter is clipping, right? Oh, there we go. Oh. That's a rough time. How far were you in my shift? I don't know. It was like a half hour. It's pretty funny, actually, because I shit myself at Perkins, right? And then I realized it. And I walked up to my boss and I told him my mom died. And he's like, what? And then I just left. And then the next day I came back and he's like, you don't have to be here. Your mom died. And I'm like, I was just lying to you. I shit my pants. And he just laughed his ass off. Because I'm not gonna like wait tables with shitty pants. That's garbage. Like, that's not happening. Balls Deep's parents taught him to speak properly. Yeah? Is that why he's abbreviating the N-word? Words and shit? Clip him saying that, Bex. Clip everything. Ha, I better clip this. Yeah, clip it up. Give it a clip-a-roo. That's what you have to say. Well, I was just like panicked and I wanted the least amount of conversation possible, right? I didn't want to be like, hey, I shit myself and have to answer a bunch of questions. I just said, my mom died, I have to go. And the fucked up part is I drive a manual, so like I was like hovering over my fucking chair trying not to like fucking get shit britches all over the seat as I'm hovering and fucking like driving the clutch. It was fucking awkward. Oh. Maybe I'll drive down to San Antonio and get some more Jollibees. Jollibees is so good, by the way. How many tables did you serve before you realized you had poo goo between your cheeks? None. 0. What do you mean before I realized it? You realize you shit yourself immediately. Or at least you don't oh man, I hope I didn't shit myself. Like, I knew the moment it happened. None. 0. 0 is the answer. You don't just go wait I mean, what is this, a Baker Square? Nah. Yeah, a few times this year. Bjorn, you've shit yourself a few times this year? What was the worst one? How do you shit yourself a few times in a year? That's crazy. Like, once you shit yourself once, you should just learn your lesson, I would think. I phrased it that way? How did I phrase what? I said I shouldn't have trusted a fart. I shit myself when I drove cab and an autistic kid told me I smelled like crap. Like, well, you see, that's actually true. And get out of my car. That's so funny. You smell like shit. Well, I don't smell like shit, but the shit that I shit smells like shit, kid. You see? That's how it works. Sorry, kiddo. That's really funny, though. Like, did their parents agree? Or was it just the kid? It'd be funny if the parents were like, no, he does smell like shit, but that's rude, honey. Put your face really close to the screen and pretend you're in a beautiful meadow with Corey. Turn the volume down because he's talking about poops a lot. Oh, okay. Like this? Does that help? Does that make it worse or better? I don't know. You said when I realized I shit myself, I went and told my boss that my mom died. Yeah, because I said I trusted a fart, right? So, like, it was like a fart, and then I was like, that's way too wet to be a fart, and then I felt it, and I was like, oh, shit. It was instantaneous. Corey trusts farts. What other gross bodily functions you put your trust in, Corey? Do you trust burps and snots? I do. I trust them for right now. And you know what I gotta say? Trusting farts has only ever not worked out for me one time. One time. It's terrible, though. It's really bad. All right. We're right at the hour mark. We're going to go head over to Twitch. If you want to come and hang out. Whoa, look at that. There you go. Look, that's the Twitch background. If you want to come back and hang out, we'll be over at Twitch, twitch.tv/CoreyAdamComedy. Twitch Talk is about to begin. Come on over. Learn about the world. Fucking keep talking about poop or whatever. You guys have been awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Maybe we'll I'm gonna put in an IRL room in my Discord. So if you guys have other IRL things you think I should look into, let me know, because I think that shit's kind of fun. Like the Ralph stuff was great. Corey, a bingo card covered in bodily fluid is called Steel Toe Bingo. Just saying. No, it's not. Stop it. If you can't trust a fart, who can you trust? That's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. Corey teaches. I try to teach about not trusting farts and about all the IRL stuff. You guys have been awesome. Twitch.tv/CoreyAdamComedy.